So welcome. If you're joining us this morning, please do us a favor and say hello. Let us know that you're here. And then roll out your mat, grab a couple of yoga blocks if you have them, and let's start by getting seated for just a moment. We're just going to close our eyes. Get settled. And begin to turn our focus inward. And start to deepen and lengthen the breath, making it very rich, very nourishing, very intentional. Breathing first into your belly, and then into your ribs, and then all the way up into your chest, this long, deep breathing. And then exhale from your chest, and then your ribs, and then your belly, pulling your navel in toward your spine as you empty on that out breath. And then inhaling belly, ribs, and chest. Exhaling chest, ribs, and belly. Again, inhaling into your belly, into your ribs, and all the way up into your chest and upper back. Exhaling from the top all the way back down to your belly. And continue breathing this way. And if you want to work with Ujjayi breathing in this practice, that powerful, victorious breath, then you'll be breathing into the back of your throat. So let the breath vibrate in the back of your throat. So it's kind of like you're breathing and sighing at the same time, but with your mouth closed. So just work with that a little bit if you've never done that before. Maybe you practice, maybe you start with your mouth open, just as you're breathing in and out, sighing and feeling it in the back of your throat. And then you can close your mouth and continue breathing this way. And then it becomes a very audible breath. You should really be able to hear it kind of into the room when you're breathing this way. And let us set an intention, bringing our hands together in prayer. Let us set an intention to tap into our own inner reservoirs of strength, really tapping into the strength and the courage and the power that we know lies within us. And once you have clearly set that intention for yourself, let's go ahead and come down onto our backs. So we're going to move some energy today, but we're not going to do anything crazy. And as always, I encourage you to modify the practice to make it suit your needs. So I say that every single time. Take breaks as often as you need to, but nothing about this practice is going to be crazy. So you can do it. Coming onto your back, go ahead and straighten and relax your legs. And lift your arms above your head into a full body stretch. So stretching from your fingers to your toes. I always have to yawn when I do this, so just notice if that happens for you too. And on your next in-breath, really focus on the right side of your body. So stretching from your fingers to your toes, get that stretch all the way up and down the right side of your body. And then exhale, relaxing your right side. Inhaling into your left side, creating some space, creating an opening for some fresh breath energy to come in to that space. Exhale, relax the left side. Inhale, right side. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, left side. Exhale, releasing, and now inhale both sides. Spread your fingers, spread your toes, spread your rib cage, breathe deeply. Then as you exhale, hug your right knee in close and bring your nose toward your knee, keeping your left leg active. For a little more core building, strength building, you can lift that left leg into a hover, an active hover. Good. And then slowly release both arms up, extend your leg, full body stretch as you inhale. Exhaling, other side. Hugging that left knee in close, bring your nose toward your knee, lift that right leg actively. Good, inhaling, full body stretch. And then exhale, hug both knees in close, bringing your nose toward your knees. Now place your hands, your fingers around your ears, just to support your neck, looking straight up toward the sky, feet are flexed. On your next in-breath, extend your right leg, pressing your low back into the mat. Exhaling, switching, inhale left leg. Exhale, inhale right leg. And just keep moving from side to side. Keep the elbows out wide. Keep looking straight up. Waking up the core here. Good. And then hug both knees in close. Good. And then using your hands, pull the knees in. Let's gently rock from side to side, massaging out the spine. And then placing your feet flat, heels in close to your body, feet and knees hip width apart, arms down by your sides. On your next in-breath, peel your hips up off the mat, pressing them toward the sky. Activate your legs and your glutes as you lift your hips up. Exhale, slowly lower one vertebra at a time, slowly making contact with the mat again. And then inhale, peel the hips up, lifting all the way up, lifting your chest up to meet your chin rather than the other way around. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhaling up. Getting a little bit higher each time. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. And one more time, inhaling up. Tuck your shoulder blades up underneath you. Maybe your fingertips touch your heels. Maybe you interlace your fingers, pressing your hands and your arms into the mat to get the hips even higher. Feeling that stretch into your chest and shoulders. Good. Releasing your arms, slowly lower. Hugging your knees in close. Again, gently rocking from side to side. And then inhale again into another full body stretch. Pull back on the toes to really activate your legs. And as you exhale, start to roll up using your core. Reach and go as far as you comfortably can. And then rounding the back, inhale, slowly lower with control. Exhaling up. So it really helps if you press your calves into the mat to get really rooted and grounded through the lower body here. Reaching as far as you can. So you're also getting a little hamstring stretch here. Warming up those hamstrings. Good. And one more time. Reaching, and then relax into a very passive forward bend. Let your back round, let your chin tuck, Just relax and breathe into the back of your body. Inhale, reach forward and up. And as you exhale, hug your shoulder blades together. Place the palms flat, fingers pointing in toward the body. Let's place the feet flat, feet and knees hip width apart. Once again. On your next in-breath, hug the shoulder blades together. Lift your heart. Let's explore a little back bend here. Focus on really lifting the heart as you hug the shoulder blades together. As if you're trying to touch your sternum to the ceiling. And on your next in-breath, activate your legs, press your feet into the mat, lift your hips toward the sky. Keep lifting your heart here, pressing the ground away from you with your hands. Good. Exhale, slowly lower. Extend that right leg, draw that left foot in close. Sitting up nice and tall as you inhale. Come up onto your sits bones. So adjust if you need to here. Inhale, deep breath, exhale. Lengthen forward, go just far enough to find that perfect stretch in your right leg. So if you really want to touch your toes, but you're not yet warmed up enough in your hamstrings, if your back is rounding, then instead of rounding your back, bend your knee. Keep the heart lifting, keep the spine nice and long. Close your eyes, breathe into it, feel what's happening in your body. Think about, with every movement and with every breath, think about opening up your channel. Imagine you're creating these open pathways for energy to start flowing freely through you, through your legs, through your spine, your arms, your neck. So wherever energy felt restricted, wherever there was a contraction, now we want to breathe into it and create an opening and create some expansion. So just think about what that feels like in your body to create these open pathways of energy, to expand wherever you notice yourself feeling contracted. Good. Inhale. Let's extend that left leg. Hugging the shoulder blades together, bring the hands behind you, fingers pointing in towards your body. You have the option of placing the feet flat again or extending the legs, feet together. Again, lift the heart, and then you can lift your hips. Breathing deeply, feeling that stretch across your chest into your shoulders. Activate your arms, activate your core. Exhale, slowly lower. And let's draw that right foot in close. So again, get up onto your sits bones just as needed. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips, leading with your heart, reaching whatever you can comfortably reach without having to round your back. And then close your eyes and breathe into this. And tap into that powerful, audible, victorious breath, that Ujjayi breathing. So the breath is what helps us open up those energy pathways, right? It's what helps energy start moving. With the in-breath, we're bringing in fresh, clean energy, kind of unblocking any traffic jams in the body, right? And as you exhale, you're releasing and letting anything go that's been kind of weighing you down, jamming up the channel. Good. Inhale, sit tall, extend that right leg, placing the hands on the mat behind you, fingers pointing in once again. Again, you can bend the knees and place the feet flat if that's your preference. Lift your heart, and on your next in-breath, lift your hips. Breathing here. Keep that heart lifting, lifting, lifting. Exhale. Slowly lower. Good. Let's cross the legs now and come forward onto all fours. Then we're going to come all the way down onto our bellies. And just kind of rock back and forth here. And you're just waking up the front body, right? Let's just take a minute here to rock back and forth. You can have your arms down by your sides, resting on your right cheek and releasing your neck. Good. Now bringing your forehead or your chin to the mat, let's interlace the fingers behind the back. And then press your hands toward your heels so the shoulders move down away from your ears. And on your next in-breath, lift your upper body all the way to those lowest ribs. Lift your legs, spread your toes, keep your legs active. Breathing. One more full breath. And this time as you release, rest on your left cheek. And once again, interlacing your fingers behind your back, pressing your hands towards your heels, pull those shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale, lift your upper body actively, lots of strength, lift your legs, breathing deeply. Good, slowly release. Placing one hand on top of the other, rest your forehead on your hands. And then bending your knees, draw your heels in and let your feet pedal from side to side. You're probably hearing my stomach grumbling and growling. I've got some sourdough starter to use, and I'm going to make some pancakes later, so I think my stomach is thinking about that, fantasizing. Okay, so keep the heels hugging in. Let your knees be about hip width apart. And again, you can have your forehead or your chin on the mat and reach back, grab a hold of your feet and hug them in close. And get a stretch into your quads. And if you're able to, kind of choke up a bit onto your feet so that you're grabbing a hold of your ankles and flex your feet. And then lift your upper body, lift your legs, and just kind of move around a little bit here. Massage out the front body, really good for digestion. You can rock forward and back if you prefer, or stay still. And breathe. You don't have to go super deep here. Just breathe, lift, explore. Good. Slowly release. And then place your hands right alongside your rib cage and let's push up and back into child's pose. You can have your feet together. You can have your knees wide. Whatever helps you get your hips all the way back onto your heels. And let's take a few deep breaths here. Good. Inhale, let's come back into table. Walk the hands forward, a good hand's length. And let's come into a bent kneed downward facing dog. So keeping your knees bent, spread your fingers, press your hands down and forward, stretch your hips up and back. Feel the stretch along your arms and your shoulders, along your spine. And then pull the shoulders gently down away from your ears toward your waist and broaden your shoulders. And feel lots of space open up between your shoulders and your ears. You can shake your head no, you can nod your head yes. Free up your neck.
And then as you breathe, press into one heel at a time. Get some nice deep stretches all the way down into your lower legs. Really waking up your legs here. Good. Now pressing into both heels. Let's bring the feet together. Inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, lower them over to the right and press your rib cage to the left and just feel the stretch in the left side of your body. Breathing into this here. Inhale, heels through center, over to the other side. Press your rib cage to the right. Feeling that stretch in the right side of your body. Inhale, back to center. Bring your feet back to about hip width apart. Let's walk the hands back toward the feet. Come to a standing forward bend at the back edge of your mat. Coming up onto your fingertips, bend your knees as much as you need to so that your fingers can touch the mat. And then you can straighten one leg while bending the opposite knee and moving that stretch again from side to side. We want to make sure these hamstrings are really nicely warmed up. Good. All right, let's walk the hands forward once again, coming back into our downward facing dog. Bring the feet together once again. Inhale, lift the heels high. Exhale, lower your heels to the right. Then press the hips forward and up. Lift your left arm up, coming into a side plank. Now you can stack the feet, you can stagger the feet, you can place that left foot in front of you for some support, or you can lower the bottom knee. Whatever variation of this you prefer. Ooh, yeah, moving around is challenging. Find the variation you prefer and then breathe into that. Take a breath here. You can look up at your hand if you have the balance. Good. And then slowly lower. Press those hips back and up. Keep the feet together. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, lower them to your left. Maybe you stack the feet, maybe you don't. Press the hips forward and up. Make whatever modification here you need to make. Good. Breathing. Feel yourself getting stronger here. Modify as needed. Good. Both hands to the mat. Press the hips back and up. And on your next big in-breath, let's step the feet forward. Come to a standing forward bend at the front edge of your mat. Inhale, sliding your hands up your shins. Come halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, tilt your pelvis forward. Deepen your forward fold. Good. On your next in-breath, bend the knees, lower the hips, activate your legs. Let's reach those arms up by the ears. Utkatasana, chair pose. Make sure you can see your toes. Press your hips back if you need to. Engage those lower abdominals. And then come all the way up. Relax the arms. Roll out the shoulders. Get a good solid foundation through the feet. And take a couple of deep breaths here. Closing your eyes, just feel what it feels like to be in your body in this moment. And maybe you can already feel energy flowing more freely through you. Maybe you already feel more expansive and more open in some areas. Just check in, tune into your body. Good. Let's bring the hands together in prayer. On your next in-breath, reach the arms up
and back. Soften your knees, lift and open the heart. Just explore a back bend here. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, coming halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left foot steps back. Nice, deep, active lunge here. Breathing here. Left hand on the mat. Inhale, let's reach the right arm up. Exploring a twist here. Find your edge with this twist. You can always wrap that right arm behind your back, placing your hand on your sacrum, hooking it around, whatever feels good as you explore what it means to open up your body. Doing so in a very respectful way, no force, no aggression. Inhale, reach that right arm up. Exhale, lower, place the hand. And let's turn and plant the back foot and start to move into warrior one. Reach those arms up, exhale, shoulders down, bend your right knee toward 90 degrees, bringing the right hip back, left hip forward. Square your hips and your shoulders to face forward. Breathing deeply. If you need to, inhale, straighten that right leg. Exhale, go deeper. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, deeper. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, deeper. Now interlace your fingers behind your back, pressing your hands toward that back heel. Lift your heart. And then exhale, fold forward, humble warrior. Let that right shoulder just brush past that right knee, right thigh. Keep your legs super active here. Good. Inhale, let's come all the way back up. Releasing the hands, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower, place the hands, lift the back heel, right foot steps back, high plank. Breathing here. Now you can lower by lowering your knees and then your chest and your chin, or you can slowly lower all the way down with control. Inhaling into Sphinx, if this is the accessible back bend for you today, or you can come into a half cobra, or whatever you're feeling ready for. So listen to your body. Shoulders moving back and down, away from your ears. Exhale, slowly release. Let's do that again. Exhale, release. Inhale. Remember, you're in complete control here. So you could be hanging out in Sphinx if that's what makes this practice work for you this morning. Inhale, curl the toes under. Let's push back up into plank and then downward facing dog. Remembering you can take a break in child's pose at any time. Good. Stepping your left foot closer to the right foot. Let's inhale that right leg straight back and up. And as you exhale, step that foot all the way forward. Nice deep lunge. Good. Is this the same foot we had forward? Okay, scratch that. Step that right foot back, left foot forward. Good. Breathing into this here. Keeping your legs super active. Right hand on the mat. Inhale, reaching your left arm up, coming to a twist to this side. And again, exploring the twist for yourself. Lifting up out of that bottom shoulder. You can wrap this arm behind you if you want. Exploring the opening, exploring the twist. Inhale, reaching that arm up. Exhale, both hands to the mat. Now let's turn and plant the back foot and start to build our warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, shoulders down, bend the knees, square the hips by pressing the right hip forward, left hip back. Both feet are firmly planted. Both legs are active, equally active. Good. Inhale, you can straighten that left leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Spread your fingers here. Let your arms be active. Exhale, bend. Good. And now interlace your fingers behind your back, pressing your hands toward that back heel. Lift your heart. And then exhale, humble warrior. Let that left shoulder just brush past that left thigh. And keep it super active here, breathing deeply. Try not to let the hips swing out to the left too far. Keep them at the midline of your mat. Inhale, let's reach back up, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower, place the hands. And on your next big in-breath, step that right foot forward. Coming halfway up, flat back. Exhale, fold. Tilt your pelvis forward, deepen your forward fold here. Good, bend the knees, lower the hips, activate your legs. Utkatasana. Feet are fully planted, firmly planted, legs are active. And let's come all the way up. Relax the arms. Roll out the shoulders, stand tall. Breathe deeply. Tune back into that powerful Ujjayi breath. Let's bring the hands together in prayer. With soft knees, inhale, elongate up and back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Maybe your hands are on your shins, maybe your fingertips touch the mat. Exhale, tilt your pelvis forward, deepen your forward fold. Good. Inhale, left foot steps back. Nice deep lunge. And then turn and plant the back foot, and let's cartwheel the arms up into warrior two this time. And take a moment to find it and activate it and tap into that powerful warrior energy. Maybe think about a time in your life when you felt really confident and powerful. Maybe you're in that time in your life right now, which is perfect. But think about a time when you felt invincible. Tap into that energy and bring that into your experience right now. Legs are strong and active. Arms are active, shoulders relaxing down your back. Look out over that front hand with intention, like a warrior. You are focused. Breathe. And let's turn that right palm to face up. Inhale, reaching up and back. You can let that left hand just slide down that back leg. Good. Exhale, come forward. Right forearm on your right thigh, palm facing up. Let's reach this left arm alongside your ear. Good. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, sink deeper. Turn that right palm to face up. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, side angle. Good. One more time. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, sink deeper. Turn the palm to face up. Inhale, up and back. Exhale. Good. And from here, you can stay here, or you can bring your hand maybe to your shin or to a block, and you can start to straighten that right leg coming into triangle. And then start to get a deeper rotation through the rib cage as you stack your left shoulder over your right. And you can look forward or you can look up if it's comfortable on your neck. Breathe. Good. Bending your knee, let's come back into a warrior two. Cartwheel the hands back onto the mat. Right foot steps back, coming into plank. Slowly lower all the way down or come forward and up into up dog if that's what you're feeling. Cobra, Sphinx, whatever back bend you're up for.
And then exhale, downward facing dog. Broadening your shoulders, moving them away from your ears toward your waist. Loosen up your neck. Stepping your right foot closer to your left foot, extend your left leg back and up. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale, pivoting forward. Step that foot forward with as much grace as you can muster into a nice deep lunge. It's okay if it takes a few tries to get your foot all the way up there. Then turn and plant the back foot, and let's cartwheel those arms into warrior two. Good. Take a moment to build it and refine it. Really powerful, active legs. Turn that left palm to face up. Inhale, reaching up and back. Exhaling into your extended side angle. Breathing here. Inhaling. Let's just transition right into a revolved triangle. Excuse me. Warrior. Good. And keep moving, just flowing with the breath here. And then you can bring your left hand to your shin or to a block or to the floor, whatever you're feeling. Start to straighten that left leg. Rotate more deeply through the rib cage. Stack the right shoulder over your left. Explore your triangle today. Think about lengthening both the left and right sides of your torso. Good. Bending that left knee, slowly come back into your warrior two. Cartwheel the hands all the way back down. Nice big deep lunge here, right? High lunge. And on your next big in-breath, step that right foot forward. Coming halfway up, flat back. Exhale, fold. Deepen your forward fold here. And then inhale. You can bring your hands into prayer or you can reach your arms out and up. Come all the way up and then exhale. Lower your hands to your heart. Then relax your arms, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths here. And just take a minute to get situated for some balancing poses. So let your feet be about hip width apart and parallel. Get a good solid foundation through the feet. So you can lift and separate your toes. You're going to root down through the four corners of both feet. Gently pulling up on your inner arches to activate your legs. Engaging that little subtle pelvic tilt by engaging those deep abdominal muscles. Letting your shoulders stack over your hips and letting those lower ribs gently pull in toward the back wall of your body so that you're not overly arching here. So let those lower ribs gently pull in toward the back wall. Chin is parallel to the ground. Find a still point. Find something that's not moving. Gently focus your gaze there. Focus your mind, focus your gaze. Find drishti, which means vision. Focus. Bring your hands together. Shifting onto your right leg, extend your left leg out to the side. Extend your arms, expanding and contracting, finding the balance between those two things.
You can stay right here if this is what feels best for you with regards to balance, or lift that left leg up high, wrapping it around your right. Maybe the foot hooks around and maybe it doesn't. That's okay. You can sink into the hips a little bit more here, wrapping your right arm over your left, just above the elbow. Maybe the palms come together, maybe they don't. Focus and breathe in your eagle. When you're ready, slowly unwind, slowly come back to center and shake it out. Definitely gets warmer with all these lights on us, doesn't it? So that's a nice added element of fun. A little bit of a heated space. So slowly take your time, regain your focus, shift to the other side, extending your right leg, extending your arms, expanding and contracting, finding the balance. Soften the muscles in your face. Remember, you can stay right here or lift that right leg up high, wrapping it around your left. Make sure that left knee is soft. You can even lower the hips to make it even more active. This time, wrap the left arm over your right, just above the elbow, palms together. Do your best and let that be enough. When you're ready, with a big in-breath, slowly unwind, come back to center, shake it out. Good. So close your eyes and just move in whatever ways feel good. Just kind of be in your body, notice what it feels like. Take a drink of water. We're going to slowly come all the way down onto the mat. And let's actually hug the knees in close. Gently rocking from side to side. And placing your feet flat, feet and knees hip width apart, heels in close. We're setting up for bridge pose again, just like we did at the beginning of the practice. And on your next in-breath, lift your hips toward the sky, getting as high as you comfortably can here, tucking your shoulder blades up under your heart for support. Looking straight up. And on your next out breath, slowly lower with control. Good. Inhale, again, lifting into your bridge. Tuck the shoulder blades up underneath you. Maybe you're able to interlace your fingers this time, pressing your arms and your forearms into the mat. Maybe you're able to lift your left leg toward the sky, roll a foot around, loosen up your ankle, roll it in both directions, and place the left foot flat. Lift your right leg if you're doing it. Otherwise, keep both feet on the mat. Good. Both feet firmly planted now. Get the hips a little bit higher. And then exhale. Release the arms. Slowly lower all the way back down. Take a moment. Take a breath here. And you can do that same half bridge pose again if you want, or if you're feeling it, you can come into a full bridge pose or wheel pose if you're up for a full back bend today. So check in with your body and find out what you're up for. Modify as needed. So maybe you're not coming into a full back bend. you're ready, slowly lower. Good. Let your knees come together. Let your feet be as wide as your mat. Relaxing here. Take a few breaths. Good. Now let's hug the knees in close. And then bring your nose towards your knees as you exhale, stretching out your lower back, stretching out the whole spine. This is our counter pose. Inhale, slowly release. And then let's open up into a happy baby pose. Let your knees be as wide as your shoulders or wider. And you can either grab a hold of your ankles or you can grab a hold of your big toes. And then gently pull your legs down so that your sacrum flattens onto the mat. And you can extend your right leg out to the side. Sorry for my foot in your face. Getting the stretch into your inner thigh, so feeling that stretch. You can bend the right knee and extend your left foot, left leg out to the side. And then if you have the space, you can extend both legs out to the side. And again, press your sacrum down onto the mat. Keep both shoulders on the mat, both shoulder blades making contact. And then let's draw the feet together, bend the knees. Hug your knees in close as you inhale. And as you exhale, again, bring your nose toward your knees. Keeping your shoulders relaxed down away from your ears. And then relax your head, neck, and shoulders. Straighten and relax your right leg. Straighten and relax your left leg. Let your feet be as wide as your mat, and let your feet fall out to the sides as you relax your legs all the way up into your hips. Let your arms roll out by your sides, palms facing up. Very relaxed, very open, surrendered. Move your shoulders down away from your ears, maybe even tucking your shoulder blades up under your heart. Again, just a little bit of support for your heart. Looking straight up toward the sky. Make sure that the back of your neck is relaxed. And whenever you're ready, you can slowly close your eyes and feel yourself making the transition into Shavasana. Give yourself permission to surrender into Shavasana, corpse pose. This is where we get to practice the art of letting go. And while this is arguably the simplest asana in yoga, for some it is the most challenging, because here we are asked to do nothing but let go, to surrender into the moment. And this requires the choice to let go. You always have the power of choice. See if you're willing to give yourself the choice to surrender and let go for a few moments. Give yourself the gift of the present moment. And feel yourself letting go more and more as you commit to this for yourself. Give yourself permission to let go more and more. And feel yourself getting lighter and freer. Feel your body softening onto the surface beneath you as you surrender to Mother Earth. Energetically giving yourself over to her. Allow her to support you. And feel yourself letting go. Opening to the sky above. Feeling the strength that you've cultivated within yourself. Not just physically, but in all ways. It takes strength and courage to recognize that we have the power of choice. Choose to be here now. Feel your shoulders softening more and more as your heart softens and opens. Perhaps giving yourself permission to release and let go of any past grievances that may have been weighing you down, tethering you to the past, without getting caught up in any storyline. Just notice energetically if there's anything that's weighing you down or pulling you into the past. And when you recognize that, remember you have the power of choice. You can choose to let that go. Maybe you visualize yourself untying a knot and just letting it release. Exhaling and letting go of anything that no longer serves you. And releasing your jaw, softening all the muscles in your face, relaxing your eyes. Bringing your awareness to that space between your eyebrows and back, about an inch. And gently focusing your awareness here. Without any effort or strain, just a very relaxed presence. And notice how deep and vast this space is. The space that goes so far beyond the thinking mind, so much deeper than thought, deeper than any stories, deeper than constructs and ideas. Go even deeper to a place of pure being, pure consciousness, pure creative energy. And you can choose to plant a seed in that space, this very fertile soil bed of your deep inner mind. Perhaps planting a seed that is as simple as, I choose to be free. I choose to be free of anything that no longer serves me. I am open to having an experience of being free from any thoughts or ideas that have been weighing me down. And then imagine what it would feel like to be that free. What would it feel like in your body? What would it feel like in your mind? How much space would that open up for you? Feeling this beautiful combination of strength and space all at the same time. In your body, in your heart, and in your mind. Remembering that you have the power to choose. Maybe repeating silently to yourself now, or out loud, I have the power to choose. I have the power to choose. I have the power to choose. Notice what that feels like. And take a moment to notice any new awarenesses you've gained here as a result of your practice, as a result of this meditation. And when you're ready to bring this awareness, these awarenesses with you off of the mat and into your life, begin to breathe deeply again. Breathe deep, energizing breaths back into your body. Breathing energy and awareness back into your arms, back into your legs, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Rolling your head gently from side to side. And on your next big in-breath, lift your arms above your head into a full body stretch, stretching from your fingers all the way down into your toes. And as you exhale, hug your knees in close, giving yourself a big, loving hug, wrapping yourself in a cocoon of self-love. And whenever you're ready, Slowly turn over onto your side, resting in a very comfortable fetal position. Letting your head rest on your bottom arm, just resting here for a moment. And be aware of how you're feeling. And when you're ready, take another deep breath. Slowly push yourself back up to a seated position. Bringing your hands together in prayer. Recognizing how very fertile the mind is in this moment. Choose your thoughts wisely. Start to recognize and notice that moment of choice. Good. And then bringing your hands still in prayer, bringing your thumbs right up to your third eye. Let us take a moment to acknowledge that powerful place that exists within us all. A place aligned with love and light and truth. When I'm in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, we are one. And in salute, we say, Namaste. Thank you so much for joining us today. And as always, communicate with us. Let us know how you feel. Let us know what you got out of the practice. Let us know something. Even if it's just a word to describe how you're feeling as you step off of your mat. And I just want to encourage you today to give some thought to, or just maybe bring some awareness to that moment of choice. So much of the time we go right into reactive mode because it's kind of habitual, right? To just something is happening and we react and we feel a certain way and we forget that there's a moment of choice. I think it was Stephen Covey who said in his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he said that after every stimulus there is a response. And between the two, there is a gap of about 2 to 3 seconds in length. And in that gap is the moment of choice. So the proactive person recognizes that moment of choice. And so it's just an invitation to tap into that, to notice it. And then ask yourself, am I making the choices that are bringing me in the direction of where I want to go? So Gary Zukav wrote in The Seat of the Soul that our lives are a product of the choices that we make. So if our lives are aligning with what feels true and right and real for us, then that might mean we're making choices that are moving us in the direction that is in alignment for us. If the opposite is true, then we might not be making conscious choices. We might be reactive. And I realize this is a really loaded conversation, especially right now with everything that is going on. But if you think about it, even now, especially now, we have the power of choice. We get to choose whether or not we're going to stay in and not contribute to the spread of the coronavirus, or if we're going to go out because we just can't stand it anymore. We get to choose if staying in is going to be a miserable experience or if we're going to find ways to enjoy it. We get to choose if we're going to panic and freak out because we don't know what's going to happen and don't have control of the situation, or we can choose to trust life and know that ultimately in the end, everything's going to be exactly what it's supposed to be. That life has its arms around everything and that we don't have to feel like we have to control and manipulate everything. out of fear. So we can trust life and kind of choose to give it to God and lighten our own load a little bit. And I'm saying this as much to myself as anybody else. I struggle with this at moments. Sometimes I'm proactive, sometimes I'm very reactive, and then I realize I'm not going in a direction that feels good, and I choose again. And that's the beauty of it. You can always choose again. We can always choose again. So anyway, with those parting words, thank you for choosing to join us this morning. And if you want to go deeper, if you want to know more, as always, these practices are brought to you by my book, Showing Up Naked, which is a guided journey toward self-awareness and authentic living and awakening, really. So if you're interested, go to showingupnaked.com. I have a special offer there for you right now. And until next time, namaste.